This is My Reality Podcast Show, the podcast that allows you to tell your story with no questions asked. If you think you don't have a story, then think again. Everyone's got a story to tell. My name's Semi Cedar. I'm a comedian slash entertainer, and I just want to talk about mental health. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, mental health is real. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not a game. It's not a joke. It's some real shit. You get me? If you do suffer with mental health, and you've got symptoms, you get what I'm saying, like depression, anxiety, things like that, and you know you've got these symptoms, I beg you, just go and get it checked out, go and chat to someone about it. You get what I'm saying? Real talk. And I'm talking from experience, because I've done a lot of crazy things, like when I had mental health, you get me, issues and problems, you know what I mean? Like doing comedy for a start, when your mind ain't right, you know what I mean? And you're going through these things, you're going through depression, and it ain't nothing to do with comedy, it ain't nothing to do with anyone inside of it. It's things I was going through outside in my own personal life, you get what I'm saying? And having to deal with these things, you know what I mean? Deal with adversities on the roads, 1 and 2, trying to make money, you get me, hustling, and then you go into the comedy club, and you're not happy doing the comedy, do you know what I mean? It's like, what you doing? You get me? Gotta get your mind right. Starts with getting your mind right. You know what I mean? Everything starts with getting your mind right. If your mind's right, you can do anything. You can achieve anything, trust me. But your mind's gotta be right. You get me? When I was first doing the comedy, my mind wasn't right. You know what I mean? And in that state, I came across in the wrong way. I might have disrespected people that I didn't mean to disrespect. You get what I'm saying? Because how could I mean to disrespect somebody that I don't know? You get what I'm saying? If I've just touched down and started doing something and we're just meeting each other for the first time and we're building a little relationship inside of what we're doing, you get me? I'm getting to know you, you're getting to know me. The more you see me, the more we get to know each other. How can I disrespect you? You get what I'm saying? On purpose. Obviously, something's wrong. But where we're getting to know each other and we don't know each other, you don't feel like you can ask me what's wrong. I don't feel like I can tell you what's wrong neither. You get me? Because effectively, we're still kind of strangers. You get what I'm saying? And that's how I felt inside of comedy. You know what I mean? I got a lot of friends that I made from comedy. You know what I mean? In the state that I was in. You get me? I don't know how I made people laugh. I don't. A lot of nights when I made people laugh. You get me? But when I look back on it now, I know that a lot of the things that I went through, I call that guy the little man. You get what I'm saying? And that's no disrespect to little man that's out there. That's just a little man, like a boy that was, fucked up, depressed, 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? In some ways, I looked at comedy like it was school. I knew I had work to do. You get me? Like when you got homework to do. You get me? And your teacher gives you the homework. But you're like, fuck that. You get what I'm saying? And keep leaving your homework at home. So when you come to the school and they want the homework, they're like, where's your homework? You ain't got your homework. You get what I'm saying? Because you keep leaving it at home because you can't bother to do it. Or you can't do it. You get what I'm saying? Let me keep it 100. Like, in school, I could never do my work. You get me? So I used to crack jokes and stop other people from doing their work. You get what I'm saying? And I found it hard because I knew, like, I like comedy, innit? So I've got to work for what I want. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, the state I was in, it just had my mind bugging out. Like, I'm anxious, I'm worrying about the future, this and that. Not a nice way to be when you're trying to do something you like. You know what I mean? And I realised now after 2 years, I've had kids, well, I've got a kid on the way, you know what I mean? And yeah, me and my missus, and we've got a child already, like, together, and I took 2 years out of comedy to realise and grow up and gain confidence and, realise that I have got mental health issues and I need to sort shit out. I need to ask God to help me, and trust me, I asked God to help me this year, and He's definitely done that for me. You know what I mean? Like, I've been working, providing for my kids, providing for my family, and just being a real man, you know what I mean? Growing up, that's what it's called. You get me? I had to grow up. And trust me, I've done that now. And I feel like I can come back to comedy now with the frame of mind that I'm in. You know what I mean? I can see clearly now. You get me? And if I ever disrespected anyone in my mental health state, I apologise. You know what I mean? And that's the rules of it.
That's all I can do. But do I regret the person I was? No, because I had to be that person to turn into the person that I am now. And I'm just going to leave it on that. You get me? I'm going to tell you that it ain't important how you start something, it's important how you leave. Because that's what everyone remembers. They only remember the person that left. You get me? Yeah, in the end. You know, and that's your legacy that you wrap up when you leave. You get me? People's going to remember that. You know, if you made footprints, they're going to say, yeah, you know what? You made some prints, or she made prints. You know what I mean? Because they're visible to see. You know, but if you didn't, then, oh well. Do you know what I mean? Someone's going to love you somewhere in some walk of life. You know what I mean? Because we all got family, we all got friends. So, there you go, man. Yo, my name's Semi Cedar.
This is My Reality. My Reality podcast show is a platform that's set up for normal, everyday people to come on and tell your story. Guests will send us a recording of their story, and the most inspiring story makes it on the show. We'll also contact guests via social media, so look out for that. This is a brand new podcast, KC's My Reality podcast show. If there's anyone out there that wants to talk about their reality on this platform, holler at me on all social media sites. Another way to let us know you want to come on the show is to leave a comment on the YouTube page with your social media details down below, and we'll get back to you. That's a problem.
Sickness, let them cold turkey all over the Christmas. I'm cooking right now, and I don't need a witness to get holes in my heart like hand washing dishes. Just to feed my baby, selling drugs is on the wish list. Yeah, selling drugs is on my wish